Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Counsel Code, a podcast series by Volody. I'm 𝐬𝐭𝐞𝐫, VP of Sales at Volody and your host for the today's conversation. At Volody, we have been transforming the legal landscape since 2016 with cutting-edge solutions in contract lifecycle management, litigation management, insider trading compliance. Our mission is to empower the legal team with technology that drives efficiency, accuracy, and compliance. This podcast series is designed to provide you a valuable insights to the legal community through conversation with the top legal experts. We'll explore their professional journey, key learning, challenges, strategies, and perspective to gain deeper understanding of the evolving legal world. After all, it's not just about the law, it's about the stories behind it. Today, I'm excited to welcome Iqbal Tauseef, a seasoned legal leader with over 15 years of experience. Iqbal began his career as a junior lawyer at Mir Masood Ali and Associates before moving on to the roles at 𝐻𝐿, Rain Carbon Incorporation, and Re-Sustainability, where he honed his expertise as a legal counsel and compliance officer. Currently, he serves as the Director of Legal Affairs and Global Contracts (COE) at TTEC, an IT services company, where he plays a strategic role in aligning complex business needs with legal framework. Iqbal's contribution has been widely recognized. He has been named among the top in-house legal counsel in India by Forbes in 2021 as well as 2022. He is recognized as one of the top 50 legal professionals in India by Asian Legal Business and honored with the Indian Achievers Award by IIF. He has also been featured in Lex Witness magazine. Iqbal's expertise spans across IT, fintech, pharma and healthcare, energy, environment as well as manufacturing, with deep specialization in contracts, compliance, arbitration and risk mitigation. Beyond that, he is well versed with IPR, GDPR, FDA, CGMP, FDIC contracts and as well as international trade standards. Known for his vigor, precision, strategic thinking, he is a professional who not only safeguards the organization but also enables them to thrive. Iqbal, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here with us today. Welcome to the Counsel Code.
Thank you, Millie, having me on this podcast. Glad to be here.
Welcome. So, Iqbal, what inspired you to pursue a career in law?
The law brings a logical acumen in a common manner. So, before pursuing to the law, I was doing my commerce, Bachelor of Commerce. It was a subject called business law. And among all the subjects, I used to love that subject.
Okay.
Because it talks about logic.
Right.
And more of the contract was on business contract. That subject was on business contract. So, how the consideration is, how you have to, offer becomes a valid contract. What happens if something happened like this, what will happen?
Okay.
So that developed my interest to pursue the law. And immediately after my Bachelor of Commerce, I started pursuing the law.
All right, great. It's more of a logic in the law basically has triggered you basically to pursue this career. That's interesting to know. And
yes.
You have been almost 15 years experience actually spanning across various industries. So can you share a brief overview of your legal journey?
Yeah, I started my legal journey as a practicing lawyer in the civil court and high court in Telangana, Hyderabad. After a span of 3 years, I started my first corporate job with 𝐻𝐿, which is a TPO, and after which I joined Rain Carbon Incorporation, which is a kind of second largest petrochemical calciners in the world.
Okay.
So again, based out of Hyderabad. So after which I went to Bangalore, leaving Hyderabad. I joined a company called More Global, which is more into providing legal services to various clients across the world.
Okay.
Service. So when I worked at More Global, and then I happened to work for all tech, banking, pharma clients. So gave me a well acquainted acumen for developing the knowledge about different business sectors.
Okay.
Yeah. And after More, I landed a ranking. Currently, it is Re-Sustainability, one of the largest environmental management company in India, and I was the legal head for global contracts in ranking. Currently, I am TTEC, joined in 2021, serving as a director legal affairs for India and global contracts service.
Thank you very much. That's interesting. So Iqbal, it's been you have a journey actually working with a law firm, and then you moved actually to a corporate world. So I think it's always been a challenging because in basically working with the law, it's an individual who has a more of a visibility, and when you move actually to the corporate, then there is a basically you are one of the part of the bigger, larger team. So what are the challenges you see come across actually while managing the in-house team as well?
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. Because in law firm, the law is very straightforward, 2 plus 2 is 4. When you come to in-house, it's not 2 plus 2 is 4. It's sometimes 5, sometimes it's 6. So because you are now not a part of not an advisor to the business, but you're a part of a business itself.
Correct.
Yeah. You are working in collaboration with sales team, operations team, marketing team, your HR partners, your tax partners. So here you have to play a dynamic role, not just as a legal counsel. You have to play a role of a business partner. So to do this, to achieve this, definitely you're going to face a lot of legal challenges while balancing strategic and operational works.
Correct.
Number one. Second challenge, what legal teams are facing now is kind of resource constraints.
Right.
You generally don't get required resource in the market based on your practice. It's very easy to hire somebody in a law firm or to have somebody to work in a court practice. But it's very resource constraint sector for in-house teams. Talent retention and development is a challenge.
Okay.
Right. So that's a major drawback currently in the market scenario where legal heads are facing challenge towards talent retention and development. So to meet that, we hire interns, we give them certain opportunities to develop, then we make them industry level, industry ready level.
Okay.
Also, we believe in making tomorrow's leader within the teams. So we give opportunity to our colleagues to grow further in the corporate ladder. Cross-functional collaboration, another challenge. Definitely, many business stakeholders hate legal because they think legal is a barrier to the business, but it is not.
Correct. Okay.
Actually, the scenario has changed. So to make them collaborative, to make them think that you are a reliable team of them, a business enabler instead of a business barrier. You have to have a synergetic collaboration with other colleagues when it comes to sales operations and all. So that's a kind of challenging part which you have. Definitely regulatory changes. Law is legal regulations in countries are evolving day by day, not like previous times when one act used to go for years. Now this time the act comes and within a year you will see 2 amendments, new regulation or standing orders which you have to follow. Now and then, currently countries like in India, we are facing a lot of changes in the previous laws. So you have to be updated.
Correct.
Keep up with all regulatory changes. And the third challenge is technology adoption, which is not there with all the teams, all the in-house teams in the company. So currently the scenario is you have to gear up with the technology as soon as you can. So you can pace up and be collaborative with your business. Unless you are working in your traditional old school style, just being a contract reviewer, going with regulatory advisors is not sufficient. You have to adapt the technology and become the business analyst.
Yeah, that's a great perspective actually. I mean, you covered actually. This is basically you have been providing a training ground to the interns basically to make them enabler actually in the organization.
Right.
And of course, it's very interesting. You mentioned a point about the technology. So again, my question was around actually in-house counsels technology adoption. I mean, how you made and what the challenge they face actually. Is there any resistance they have actually during the adoption of the technology? and how your strategies use basically to make them more adaptive to technology.
Yeah. So currently, the technology is very essential in every department when it comes to legal as well. And nowadays, a lot of trend is going on towards artificial intelligence, which is adopted by both the law firms and in-house teams to enable and support the business. So when it comes to in-house team, yes, I am an advocate of focusing on technology to bring efficiency in legal operations on day-by-day basis. Definitely, AI is not going to change the job of a lawyer or replace the lawyer, but it can replace a lawyer who doesn't know AI.
Absolutely correct. Yeah.
Right. So you might be hearing a lot of focus on agentic AI nowadays, which is being adopted by top 100 and 1,000 law firms around the globe. Okay. So in my team, we have already adopted with the current changes, and the team is adapting the different types of technologies to help the business, and definitely is bringing the kind of value add and efficiency in our operations.
All right, that's interesting actually. Even though AI is not going to replace the humans, but human in loop always be there actually because that is where, because AI itself is not a law, right? It's basically
AI can help you to summarize a contract or understand a legislation, but it cannot take a decision.
Correct.
You cannot outsource your judgment capabilities to AI.
Absolutely. So accuracy still is a problem.
Right.
All right. So how basically you aligning your internal legal department's goal actually with the business goals?
So definitely business goals and our legal department's goals should meet. As I said initially, we are not a department for the company. We are the partners for the business, right?
Okay.
So our goals and their goals should match.
Right.
So to bring that, we have to bring strategies. We have to be the business collaborator, and to make sure of that, we have to step into the business decisions at the early stage.
Correct.
To mitigate the risk. Those were the olden days when people used to reach out to legal when things happened already, when litigation has arose or dispute has arose or non-compliance has been occurred. But now the days are when legal is required to start with the business from day one, from the inception, right? So that is what it makes us the business partners more than a solo department.
That's great actually, because legal is now not becoming a vessel isolation kind of, basically it's becoming a board level role actually, and there where we have seen with the adoption of the AI, we need to have that AI governance also in place. So more responsibilities actually you guys have actually, right?
Right, it is indeed.
Yeah. So we have extensive experience in contract lifecycle management as well. So what is your contract review checklist?
Definitely, contract review checklist is very interesting questions for the especially for the freshers who are very new to the domain. So whether it's an NDA, whether it's a master service agreement or any kind of agreement, you have to make sure of 5 important things. Number one is the introduction of parties. Who the parties are, their appropriate legal name, their legal addresses, right, and whom they are represented by. Second is define the scope, the transaction dealt into the contract, because contract is a local law made between both the parties.
Absolutely, yeah.
You have a country law, you have a state law, but what is a contract? Contract is a local law made between both the parties. So when for all good things and bad things, everything should be governed by this local law, what you're signing, right? Those rules, those regulations. So you have to define those obligations and rights in detail for both the parties. The third thing is risk mitigation. As a legal a person for one party, you have to take care of your liabilities, your your exclusions, your caps. To what extent you have to put. So your insurance part for the risk mitigations. So you really have to take care of your risk mitigation and liabilities. My fourth takeaway will be, you should have a right to move out of the transaction.
Okay.
You know, so in what way? For the cost, for the convenience, or for the breach? So three different aspects. So you have to be very precise and you have to define it very well. Coming towards the fifth and most important is governing law and applicable laws, which totally, change the scenario of any dispute or litigation. And even when it comes to the compliance. Okay. So when I say about applicable law, a law in Europe will be different from the law of India. So you have to define it very well. So these 5 core things should be taken care very well to avoid any kind of non-compliance and risk in the future.
Thanks for sharing this important one. The contract negotiation has always been a biggest challenge, right? So any similar kind of tips you want to give actually to the audience?
So contract negotiation, yes, being a lawyer, being a business partner, first thing most of the time it has been seen that the contracts are lying with the legal team for their review, and they are just negotiating on the risk and liability clauses for days and days. Even it goes for months and months. So to avoid that kind of situation where the business is getting delayed, you have to break down your risk in different ways. There will be a strategic risk, there will be a compliance risk, and there will be operational risk. So all the risk and liabilities are not same. When you break it down, it will really help you to take the decision where you can move on or where you have to push back.
Okay.
But if you don't do that, then you'll be stuck pushing back on all and everything, and it will delay the business. So this is the most important tip. What I, part of negotiation, what I want to tell people here. Okay, you have to keep this in mind. As a legal person, it is your sole domain where you have to negotiate the risk. Commercial terms can be negotiated by sales and operational team. Deliveries can be negotiated by operations team. But these legal terms has to be negotiated by legal team, and time and again it's seen that we prolong the negotiations.
Yeah, okay, understand. So Iqbal, you're talking about more of a risk. So do you have a formal risk process, or is there any support, any separate person or function available actually to manage the risk so far in your experience?
So different organizations have different routes. I have worked in the organization where risk mitigation department is separate, where risk mitigation department is together. Generally, when it comes to risk mitigation, insurance come into play.
Right.
So insurance team work very closely with legal team, whether it's insurance to be dealt in the contracts to be provided to the client or vendors, or whether it is an insurance related to your real estate and facilities around the globe. Or whether it is an insurance related to your IP and technology, both yours and your vendors. So, so risk is always risk mitigators are sometimes associated with legal and sometimes are separate.
But it's not basically the ownership of the legal team basically to manage the risk, right? It's a separate function altogether, I believe.
Yes, it is dealt as a separate function altogether.
Okay.
And to be a risk mitigator like an insurance person, you are not required to be a lawyer.
Right? Absolutely correct.
Right.
So Iqbal, what is the one essential skill lawyer needs but that isn't taught in the law school?
This is really good, and definitely it should be contracts. Because I have been to many law schools, premium like NLUs, NLSAR and all, where you see a lot of books on legislation, acts, right? But nobody give you a training on corporate sector. And the backbone of corporate in-house team is you need to know the contract.
Okay, that's absolutely.
And nobody teach that, so that skill is very much required. So for the youngsters, or people in the students in the college should be. If it is not there into their subject, which 99% will not be there, they have to do their own research. They have to learn their own articles through the internet, because self-teacher is the best teacher in the world.
All right, that's interesting, because contract is of course essential part of your life cycle, so it has to be should be included in the syllabus. Now we'll move to the section 2, a case study, landmark judgment. And I believe, Iqbal, you want to speak about the Titan Eye and Lenskart case study. So can you give us a brief overview of the case, ruling of the case, and as well as the implication based on the rulings?
Yeah, Milind, this is a very interesting case related to trademarks, wherein generally we see if a label or a packing of a product is similar to original products. So it comes under, trademark issue. Till now we have seen the cases where physical trademark is visible and dispute arise. The copy of physical trademark issues arise. This case is very interesting where even hidden trademark issues can be dealt and can be enforced in the eyes of law. For example, this case is very a good case which I have gone through very closely and I liked it, where Lenskart has used the Titan's trademark as a meta tags in the search engines, which is not visible to you and me as an end user.
Okay.
But if I am going to go and search in iframes or something related to Titan, along with Titan option, I'll get up options of Lenskart as well. Though you are not intended to search the Lenskart frames, right? So this matter has went to the High Court of Delhi, and during the proceedings, Lenskart agreed that it was their mistake, and they have quoted it as a inadvertent mistake.
Okay.
And this matter has been settled down.
Okay.
So the legal significance here is the case highlights that trademark infringement can occur even through hidden code, not just a visible advertisement. It also demonstrates that the importance of responsible corporate code or proactive cooperation in addressing legal challenges early to prevent protracted litigations. So it's very important to be very careful whether you are doing it physically or through hidden source. Like in today's technology, trademark can be enforced.
Yeah, that's a very classical example you are given actually, because with the advent of technology, we don't know what's happening in the back end.
Right.
And it's very essential. Basically, the technology experts also plays an important role actually to identify what's happening actually. That's good. All right. So thank you, Iqbal. Actually, we'll move to the rapid fire question round. Okay. So my first question is, what one word that comes to mind when I say contracts?
Business.
All right. How do you define the success as a legal leader?
Meeting goals with ethics and integrity.
Okay. What's your favorite legal term or phrase?
Law is not only in black and white.
Okay.
Because it goes with interpretations.
So what's the most rewarding part of your job?
Reliability from the stakeholders, that reputation, that brand, which makes me reliable for the business. That's most rewarding for me.
What's the one word you have used to describe your legal team?
LI, legal intelligence for business.
Great. Coffee or tea during the negotiation?
I would prefer tea.
Okay.
I'm not a coffee man.
What's the most misunderstood aspect of the legal profession?
Legal profession, lawyers always, don't answer straight. That is what I have seen a lot, just to, make things complex and get benefit out of it.
Okay.
That's a very misconception.
Yeah. How do you balance risk management with the business growth?
Same thing, breaking down the risk in different, categories and prioritizing among those.
What's the most important value a lawyer should have?
Ethics and integrity.
Okay. How do you foster collaboration with non-legal teams?
By understanding business and having a business acumen.
Okay, great. What's the one thing you wish everyone knew about your job?
They should understand how hard it is to read and interpret it and give them the answers in one sentence.
Which emerging technology do you think will shape the legal industry?
Agentic AI.
Okay, great. And what's your proudest achievement in your legal career?
My proudest achievement is when I have been recognized as one of the top in-house counsels in India.
Okay.
From on various platforms like Forbes and Asian Legal Business
Okay,
and IAF, etc.
great. How do you celebrate win with your team?
We work hard, we party harder,
Great.
right?
Thank you very much, Iqbal, for sharing your insights with us today. Is there anything else you would like to add before we wrap up?
Yeah, I would like to add my advice to the upcoming lawyers, students in the colleges, because this is very essential. This is what I missed, and I feel I always feel, because I go to different institutions to teach contracts. Like I used to go for Indian Institute of Company Secretaries,
Okay.
and I used to hold a session of contracts, negotiations, and drafting. So this is, and I went to a couple of colleges where I have seen that student doesn't know what a contract is. They know a Contracts Act of India,
Okay.
okay, but they don't know how a commercial contract looks like. So my advice to young lawyers, whether you're going to litigation or you want to become a standing counsel for some corporate company, or you want to be the in-house lawyer for a company, you have to hold their subject knowledge on the contracts.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much, Iqbal, for your time actually for the podcast, and appreciate your time and the experiences you have shared with the audience. Thank you very much, and have a nice day ahead. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Milind. It's my privilege. Thanks.